Hi there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of November 7th through 13th of 2021. Okay, so we've already started a little bit getting the cards out. Your angels, your guardian angels, are all here, and they're collaborating to get out the best cards, the best message for you guys. So, when the cards come out, they are a trigger. And sometimes the fullness, I guess, of the words on the cards is not really what they're saying to me. Just the card will be a trigger, and it'll allow the rest of the message to come through. So, I start talking based on what's on the card, and I just keep talking, and sometimes it's the same message that has come through, for different readings, just from that particular card, right? Other times it's a totally new, different message. And then sometimes there's little bits and pieces in between, little bits of just off the wall stuff. Sometimes it's just weird, right? So that's how the messages come through. Sometimes I see them in pictures, or I kind of hear it. Usually I start talking and it just comes through. I hear it the same time you do. So that is just a knowing. Other times they'll give me a gut feeling, or, like somebody's got their arms around me, or, something like that. It'll be different types of things. So it's just a lot of fun, and it's amazing how accurate these messages are. So let's see what they're going to say for you for this time. Oh yeah, this looks really awesome. This looks very heart-centered. Very heart-centered. So everything you're asking about will be evident to you. The answers will come to you in the summer. So you've got this winter and spring to, contemplate things, how you want it to be exactly, to really make it up, to really create it and manifest it. And use that time, they're saying use that time wisely. Instead of sitting there and going, well, I've been saying this for a long time and I'm still saying the same damn thing, and this is what I want. Do you really? Let that evolve. Let it ripen. Let it become more than what you thought of before. Instead of getting stuck in a thought pattern, allow it to become more. Allow it to flow. Let it change. You're evolving, you're maturing, you're changing too. So why should your wants and desires not change, right? So you've got till summer for this, like the big thing. It's the big thing. And by summer, it's coming to you. So make sure you're asking for the right thing. That's what they're saying. All right. So it's possible that is marriage. So for some of you, maybe next summer is the wedding. We don't know that, do we? What you do. And so for some of you, this is quite literally marriage. It could be a brand new marriage, again, one that's maybe, not quite happened yet. It could be a marriage that you've been in for a while already. The emphasis is on the marriage. The emphasis is not on the wedding, right? So the relationship. And for some of you, this is maybe not literally an actual marriage or partnership or whatever. It could be a business deal or partnership. It could be a close friendship. It could be somebody new coming into your life that you are collaborating with in some way. And so, take that how it resonates for you. And if it doesn't resonate, then leave it alone. It's not for you. That's all. That's all. But it does feel very much like a spousal type of relationship, and so that relationship needs a bit of attention right now. It feels like for some of you, your spouse, your partner, whoever, is they need to understand that you are an equal part. It's like it's both directions. Sometimes some of them they're putting more on you than your fair share kind of thing. And it's starting to become a pattern. It's starting to become a consistent thing. For others, it's the other way around. They're taking on too much and they're disregarding your opinion, your thoughts, your feelings about that. Um, um, and either way, it's up to you to say, we can do this for a short while, but not for very long, because that makes it an unequal relationship and we need it to be generally equal, right? And so it's up to you, the things that you've noticed that is either you've got too much slack to pick up or they're taking too much of yours, and you don't really want them to. You're perfectly fine doing that and making those decisions, right? And so because you're the one noticing it, it's up to you to create your boundary and to communicate your boundary. It's not always easy. Your person is fairly strong-willed. They're also very tired, and that's what's coming through. And so for some of you, some of those parts might be true and not all of them, however it works, whatever the combination is in your unique situation. But it is something that you need to do. It feels like you're up to the task. You can handle it, but you prefer not to if you didn't have to. But you can do it, and you will have to do it. Okay, and some of this has to do with children as well. And so for some of you, this boundary that we were just talking about has to do with the children. For others of you, it's separate. It's a different thing. Some, of course, this is your own children. Some, it's your grandchildren or the neighbor's kids, or maybe you are a teacher and you're with kids all the time, or a daycare worker, or whatever that looks like in your life. Let the children uplift you. Let the children uplift you. They are so good at it. And let them remind you of what it's like to be childlike. Not childish, to be childlike, to play, to explore, to see things from a different perspective, right? To see things simpler. Let the kids teach you that. Instead of you always teaching them, let them teach you. Yeah. And it just feels so lighthearted and so loving, that absolute, could just squeeze you all day long feeling. That's what they're giving me right now, this absolute love for these children. And it comes back the other direction too. They love you that way too. Yeah, it's amazing. And so, this is, okay, so those are the fairies cards, what we just looked at. And now this is the goddess deck. It does not matter gender or whatever. And so these messages on here are just so beautiful. Infinite supply. You need never have any fear of lack. You need never have any fear of lack. And look at how beautiful that card is. It just is so reassuring and so amazing. And you can have all the knowledge, all the confidence that you will always have everything you need. And in that way, you can step forward fearlessly into whatever you want to explore, into your things, your projects, your ideas, your, all that stuff. You can step forward into the ones that fit you, knowing that there's always resources to cover that. You're always looked after, and you can do whatever you need to. So, of course, we think about money, I guess, in general. Most of us would probably think money first. This is also ability and its strength and its personal power. It's the knowledge of making the best decision. So it's not that it's not that you can say every single idea that you ever have, that you can step into that and do that and it'll all work. That's not what they're saying. They're saying that for the decisions that are right for you, you have what it takes. You are given every time what it takes to create that and manifest it and make it happen. It doesn't mean you should do everything. Did we say this last week? I think so. Maybe it was you. It's like it's a different flavor kind of than last week. But it's like everything that's meant for you is going to, you'll have all the supplies needed to do that. And you will never feel certainly you'll never be hungry. Yeah. All right. So it feels like they're showing me waves, endings and beginnings. And so there's a cycle that is finishing up. It's still finishing. It's like it's been finishing for a while. And that's still true. But it's more true now than it was last week. I don't know. That's what they're saying. So allowing things to finish up, allowing a cycle to come to an end, which then allows a new cycle to begin, something new to begin. So whatever that is for you, step into it. Don't regret the ending of anything. It's making room for new and fresh and beginnings. So it's a good time. It's an exciting time, and stop resisting it. They're saying stop resisting it. Yeah. Okay. You have undying love directed to you. And, for some of you, this is the people around you, the relationships, your parents, your spouse, your children, your friends, your extended family, there's so much love for you and from you to those people as well. And this is also from your divine guidance, your angel team toward you. Just soak that all in. They're not saying to do anything with it or for it or anything like that. Just soak it all in and feel good. That's all. Yeah. Oh, that feels so good. All right. So now we have the daily guidance cards, and we'll ask for one last piece of advice from your angel team. Yes, and they say perfect timing. So that cycle, that ending and beginning, if it had ended quickly, then it wouldn't have been the right timing. But since it has taken a bit of time to end, now it is the right timing, and you can feel good about that. Things that don't fall into place quickly, it's your angels, moving things around a little bit, making it so that it is perfect timing. Because if the timing had gone the way you thought it was going to at first, it wouldn't have worked all that well. But now that there's been apparent delays, now everything can fall into place because the rest of it had time to get there and get lined up. So, perfect timing. Okay, Capricorn, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you very much. And I want you to know how much I love you. And I will see you next week.